Mikey? I mean, we talked about St. Louis and getting them on the latter half of back-to-backs, getting Chicago in a similar situation. Of any advantage, do you think?
Well, we got Columbus last night on the back-to-back, one of the toughest ones because you got to come from Brooklyn, so it didn't help us much. We weren't ready to go and end up chasing the game, so we have to fix that here today. We didn't practice today just because of that. We want to have as much energy as we can for the back-to-back we got coming, and we got to fix our preparation. I mean, to me last night, you can't be chasing the game. You should have been jumped all over the other team. So as much as we could say we outchanced them and outshot them and all that, catch-up hockey's losing the hockey. You got to start on time.
You ever get a feeling for that after the morning skate or during the day?
Talked about, yeah, I talked to the coach about that yesterday. I didn't like it in the morning, but lots of times you say that and you play good at night. So if I would have known for sure, I could have dealt with it in the morning, but you don't.
What's changed about that Hawks team for you this year?
Well, I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't played them. You just watch them on TV. I mean, they're fun to watch. Panarin's a real good player. So good players attract good players, and so a free agent like that who decides he's going to sign and you get a chance to play with Kane, I think it's obviously exciting. But when you look at their core group there, I mean, Jonathan is as good a captain as you can have and does it right and sets the tone for their team. And then Kane's obviously gifted player, and Keith and Seabrook on the back. But they've done a real nice job. Stan's done a nice job there. They've moved people in and out, and they've been able to maintain or keep some of the real good players. I know Haas is a heck of a player, and another guy does it right. So they've done a good job with their core group, and they've maintained it, and they've done a lot of winning. And any way you look at it, they've done a real nice job.
Their core group is all basically homegrown, home draft players. How long do you think it'll take for you to be coaching a core of? Well,
I mean, let's just look at the 10 years before. They had a lot of pain there, right? So I'm hoping the pain isn't quite as long. The reality is it's our job to build the core players the best we possibly can. And, I think just looking at the Marlies and looking at Nylander and looking at Brown and looking at Kapanen and looking at Timashov and looking at all these guys, Sosh, you go through, we have players, but let's have a lot of them. But you don't know Taves as Taves or Kane as Kane till they're that. I've only ever met one Nick Lidstrom. Some people say he plays like Nick. I've never seen anybody play like Nick. So, let's see.
You're one of the few opposing coaches, of course, that has worked closely with Taves. What kind of insight do you have into what makes him tick, Mike? And
his drivetrain's just better than everybody else's. Like, he does it right. He's a great person. He's bigger in the biggest moments. He loves it. I don't know. He's one of those guys you love to have, and he plays in the middle of the rink. And so when you play in the middle of the rink and you play down low in D zone, you control a lot more of the play. But he's hard to play against, and he keeps coming.
Mike, there's going to be ups and downs throughout 82 games. What's the key to not letting a 2-3 game slide turn into something more?
Well, I think that's what we're trying to do here today. I think it's real important to live in the present and to be accountable with one another. We weren't ready to go last night. I say it all the time. Lack of competition, lack of preparation drive me crazy. I didn't think we weren't terrible by any means. We had chances in the first, and they ended up with a freebie at our net. We had the same chance at their net and didn't score. That's all part of life. But in saying that, we could have dictated play, I thought, at the start last night, and we weren't good enough. So we're responsible for that. And I'm a big believer when you do things the way you're supposed to and you don't win, you can still walk out of the rink with your head held high. When you don't do that, though, you feel like you do today. So let's fix it.
Bernier go tomorrow night?
No, Reimer goes tomorrow night. What I did there is, I had to pick between the two. Boston's got us twice this year, and so this will give us a change against Boston, too.
The recall of Richard, is it just
recall of
Richard Clune?
Well, we've got back-to-backs coming up here, so you need players.
At least he's the problem in the power play.
We don't score. So last night we had an unbelievable deflection, just hit him in the helmet. We had a real good chance by Naz. I didn't like our power play last night, but we had good chances. I still think we got to work harder on it. We got a better man in the middle. We got to execute better on the breakout, win more faceoffs. So there's lots of things we can do. Bottom line is we got to score some goals, though.